My dear children, imagine the stillness of a sanctuary at dawn. The golden rays of the rising sun shine through stained glass, scattering colors of red and blue across the wooden pews. The gentle creak of the old church doors gives way to silence, except for the faint sound of a bell echoing in the distance. In this sacred hush, I invite you to come and rest. Lay down your burdens here. The world may weigh heavy on your shoulders, but in my presence you will find strength. I am here, and I am speaking directly to you now. I know how often you grow weary. The pressures of life, the responsibilities you carry, the wounds of the past, and the worries of tomorrow press upon you. Yet I remind you, my strength is yours. I do not grow tired. I do not grow faint. I am the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. My dear children, when you feel empty, I fill you. When you feel weak, I uphold you. When you feel broken, I restore you. Stay with me in this moment and let my words breathe fresh life into your soul. My dear children, you were not created to carry the weight of life alone. When you stumble, I am near to lift you. When your arms grow heavy, I uphold you with my righteous right hand. You may feel drained and forgotten, but you are always in my sight. I give strength to the weary and increase the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and faint, but those who hope in me will renew their strength. They will rise on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Do not despise your weakness, for it is in weakness that my power rests upon you. My grace is sufficient, and my strength is made perfect in frailty. My dear children, let go of the belief that you must be strong on your own. Lean fully on me, depend on me, trust in me, and you will see that I am enough for every trial. I see how often you press forward with weary hearts. You serve at poor, you work, you love, and sometimes it feels as though no one notices. But I notice. Nothing escapes my eyes. Every act of kindness, every prayer whispered in the night, every sacrifice made in love, I treasure them all. One day you will see how none of it was wasted. My dear children, when your mind is troubled and your body feels tired, come to me. Do not wait until you are completely broken to seek my presence. Come daily, hourly, moment by moment, and I will renew you. I am living water for your thirsty soul. I am bread for your hungry spirit. I am rest for your weary heart. The world will tell you to push harder, to strive more, to carry burdens beyond your strength. But I call you to rest in me, for in stillness I restore your soul. In surrender I lift your burdens. In trust I fill you with peace. My dear children, learn to rest, not as the world rests, but in the eternal rest of my presence. Even when life wounds you, I am your healer. Even when the journey feels endless, I am your companion. Even when despair whispers that you cannot go on, I am your strength. I am the God who renews, restores, and revives. Nothing is too broken for me to mend. Nothing is too far gone for me to redeem. My dear children, the strength I give is not only for you to endure, but for you to flourish. I want you to live with joy, not merely survival. I want you to shine with hope, not just struggle through. I want you to be filled with my Spirit so fully that others see my light through your life and in your weariness. When you draw from my strength, You will reflect my glory. My dear children, do not believe the lie that you must keep pushing forward on your own strength. You were never meant to walk this journey alone. I am your shepherd, and I carry you close to my heart. Just as a shepherd carries a lamb that cannot keep pace, I carry you when you are weak. Rest in my arms and let my strength become your strength. There are times when you feel unseen, as though no one notices the battles you fight quietly each day. But I see them. I see the nights when you lie awake with a heavy heart. I see the mornings when you rise even though you feel drained. I see the selective prayers you whisper, asking for help when no one else knows your struggle. My dear children, nothing you endure is hidden from me, and nothing you give in faith is forgotten. When you feel as though you have reached your limit, remember that I have no limits. My strength never runs dry. My mercy never ends. My love never fits. The same God who created the heavens with a word and holds the universe in place is the one who holds you now. Trust in me, for I will never fail you. My dear children, I am not disappointed when you come to me tired. I do not turn away from your weariness. I welcome it. Bring me your exhaustion, and I will give you rest. Bring me your emptiness, and I will fill you. Bring me your brokenness, and I will restore you. Do not wait until you feel strong enough. Come as you are, and I will make you new. There is a strength the world cannot give, and it flows only from me. The world's strength depends on effort, on status, on control. But my strength is different. It is given to those who surrender. It is given to those who admit they cannot carry the weight alone. My dear children, when you release control and trust me fully, you will discover strength beyond anything you thought possible. Do not despise the seasons of weakness. In those seasons, you are learning to lean on me more fully. You are learning that your life is not sustained by your power, but by mine. And one day, you will look back and see that the times when you felt weakest were the very times I was carrying you the closest. My dear children, hear this truth. You will not faint. You will not be destroyed. You will not be overcome, because I am the one who sustains you. My spirit within you is greater than the weight upon you. My hand upon you is stronger than the forces against you. My love around you is deeper than the pain within you. So rise again, even when you feel tired. Take one step, even when the path feels long. Lift your eyes, even when hope feels far. For I am your strength, and I will not let you fall. My dear children, do not mistake fatigue for failure. You may feel weary, but your weariness does not mean you are weak in spirit. It means you have poured yourself out, and I am here to fill you again. Just as rain renews the dry ground, so my spirit will renew your soul. Come to me when you feel drained, and I will pour rivers of living water into the depths of your heart. You look at the demands of your life and wonder how you will manage another day. But you do not need to live by your own strength. I provide daily grace, enough for today, enough for each step, enough for every breath. My dear children, stop worrying about whether you will have strength for tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, I will give you what you need. Trust me, for I am your portion and your sustainer. There are burdens you carry that I never asked you to bear. You have taken them upon your shoulders because you thought no one else could help. But I am here, waiting for you to lay them down. Cast your cares upon me, for I care for you deeply. Do not hold them tightly, release them, and feel my peace flow into the places where fear once ruled. My dear children, I see when your body grows tired, when your mind feels heavy, and when your spirit longs for relief. I do not ignore these cries. I step up into them with compassion. I bend low to strengthen the faint-hearted. I cradle the weary in my embrace. I do not demand more from you when you are empty. Instead, I fill you until you overflow again. Let my word be the lamp that lights your path in the dark. My promises will not fail you. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. This truth is yours. Boast it, cling to it, and speak it over your life. My dear children, when the voices of doubt rise, let my words silence them. Do not compare your journey to the strength of others. Each one walks a path I have set before them. Some carry burdens that look lighter, some appear stronger. But I have measured your steps, and I know exactly what you need. My grace is tailored for you. My strength is poured uniquely into your life. Trust that I am with you, shaping your story, walking beside you. My dear children, when you grow weary, remember that I am the God who never slumbers nor sleeps. I watch over you through every hour, guarding you, keeping you, loving you without ceasing. You may lie down in weakness, but you will rise again in my strength. For I am the one who renews you morning by morning with mercies that never fail. My dear children, do not be afraid to admit when you feel weak. The world tells you to hide your weariness, to pretend you are always strong. But I delight when you bring your weakness to me. For in your honesty I pour out my power. In your surrender I release my strength. You were never created to be self-sufficient. You were created to walk with me, to lean on me, to depend on me. Even the mightiest among you grow tired. The strongest hands will one day tremble. The keenest minds will one day forget. The fastest runners will one day slow their pace. Yet, my strength never diminishes. My power never fades. My love never runs out. My dear children, where your ability ends, mine continues without limit. When you feel too weary to pray, let your sighs rise as prayers to me. When you feel too tired to sing, let your heart simply rest in my presence. I do not measure your devotion by the loudness of your voice, but by the openness of your heart. And even in silence, I hear you. Even in stillness, I am near. My dear children, learn to pause in my presence. Do not rush ahead in your own strength, but wait upon me. For those who wait upon the Lord will renew their strength. You will mount up on wings like eagles. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint. These are not distant promises. They are for you here and now. I see the times when discouragement weighs you down. You wonder if your efforts matter, if your prayers are making a difference, if your life is truly significant. But I tell you, not a single moment lived with me is wasted. Every small step of faith, every hidden act of love, every word spoken in kindness echoes in eternity. My dear children, You may not see the fruit now, but one day you will rejoice in the harvest. Do not let exhaustion steal your joy. Joy is not found in busyness, but in my presence. Joy is not rooted in circumstances, but in my spirit. Come back to me, and I will restore the joy of your salvation. I will lift the heaviness that burdens you and replace it with gladness that flows from my heart. My dear children, remember the invitation I have given you. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This is not a promise for another time. It is for this very moment. Come as you are. Bring your weariness. Bring your burdens. Bring your longing for renewal. I am your rest, and I will strengthen you. My dear children, when you feel like you cannot take another step, remember that I am the one who carries you. You do not walk this journey alone. Like a father lifting his tired child, I take you into my arms and lead you forward. You may think you are moving by your own strength, but many times it is my strength that has held you upright. Do not measure your worth by how much you can endure. I do not love you more when you are strong or less when you are weak. I love you because you are mine. Nothing you do can add to or take away from the depth of my love. My dear children, rest in this truth. Your identity is not in your exhaustion or in your achievements, but in my everlasting love for you. When the journey feels long, lift your eyes from the road and fix them on me. The road may twist and turn, but my presence never leaves you. The path may seem uncertain, but my hand is steady. Even when you cannot see what lies ahead, know that I have already gone before you to prepare the way. My dear children, do not despise the pauses I place along your journey. Times of stillness are not wasted. Just as the soil must rest before the harvest, so your soul must rest before it grows. In the quiet moments, I heal what has been broken, I restore what has been lost, and I strengthen what has grown weak. You often carry more than I ask of you. Lay it down, my beloved ones. Lay down the burdens of guilt, the weights of worry, the chains of shame. These are not yours to carry. I have borne them for you. At the cross, I took what was crushing you and made it powerless. My dear children, release what weighs you down and walk free in my grace. I know the voices that tell you to give up, to quit, to surrender, to despair. But my spirit within you whispers another truth. Rise again. Though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, because I lift them. You are not defined by your falls, but by my hand that raises you. My dear children, even when you stumble, my strength will steady you, and my love will never let you go. Remember that you are never beyond renewal. No matter how tired you feel, no matter how deep the weariness runs, I am the God who restores. I breathe new life into dry bones. I make streams flow in the desert. I bring springtime after the longest winter. My dear children, do not give up hope, for I am even now making all things new. My dear children, when the weight of the world presses on your shoulders, remember that my shoulders are broad enough to carry it all. You do not need to hold everything together. I am the one who holds all things. The stars remain in place because of my command. The oceans stop where I have drawn their line. If I sustain the universe by my power, surely I can sustain your life with my love. Do not let despair take root in your soul. Despair tells you the night will never end, but I tell you that morning is coming. Despair tells you that your strength is gone forever, But I tell you that I renew strength like the eagles. Despair tells you that you are alone, but I whisper that I am always by your side. My dear children, let hope rise within you, for I am the God who never abandons. You have walked through valleys that seemed endless, yet here you are, still standing, not by your power, but by mine. Look back and remember how many times you thought you would fall, but I lifted you. How many times you thought the burden would crush you, but I sustained you. How many times you thought the night would last forever, but I brought you dawn. My dear children, my faithfulness yesterday is proof of my faithfulness today and tomorrow. There are seasons when you feel that your prayers are too small, too weak, too broken. But even the faintest whisper from your lips reaches my throne. A trembling prayer offered in weakness carries as much weight to me as a loud song of triumph. My dear children, do not stop praying. Do not stop seeking me, for I am listening, and I delight in every word you bring. When the weariness of the world tells you to sit down in defeat, I invite you to rest in victory. The cross has already declared it finished. Sin has been defeated. Death has lost its sting. Hope is secure. You are not walking toward victory. You are walking from victory already won. My dear children, lift your head, for your Redeemer lives, and in him you will always find strength. Even when the path ahead feels too long, I promise that you will not walk it alone. I will send my Spirit to comfort you, to teach you, to strengthen you, and to remind you of my truth. And when you feel too weak to continue, I will carry you step by step until your strength is restored. My dear children, hold this truth close. You are not forgotten. You are not forsaken. You are not overlooked. I am with you, and I will strengthen you until the end. My dear children, I know when the journey feels long, your steps grow heavy, your heart feels faint, and you wonder how you will endure. But hear me, you are not walking this path by yourself. I walk with you step by step, and when your strength runs out, I carry you. Even when you feel too tired to call my name, my hand still holds you. Do not think your weakness disqualifies you. Weakness is not failure in my eyes. Weakness is where my grace shines brightest. When you come to the end of yourself, you discover the fullness of who I am. My dear children, let go of the lie that you must be strong in every moment. Lean on me, and I will be your strength. You have faced battles that others cannot see. You carry weights hidden deep within your heart. But I see them, and I tell you, you do not have to carry them alone. Cast your burdens on me, and I will sustain you. Lay down your heavy load, and I will give you rest. I am not asking you to prove your worth. I am asking you to trust my love. My dear children, remember that my Spirit within you is greater than anything that comes against you. When fear rises, my Spirit gives courage. When despair whispers, my Spirit gives hope. When weariness overwhelms, my Spirit renews your soul. You are never without help, for I dwell in you, and I am always enough. There are moments when you look at others and feel small, as though your faith is not strong enough or your efforts are not enough. But I do not measure you against others. I measure you by my love, and my love never fails. My dear children, the smallest seed of faith is enough because it is rooted in me. Do not despise your small steps, for they are precious to me. Lift your eyes and see how I have carried you through before. Remember the nights when you thought you would not see morning, yet morning came. Remember the prayers you thought were unanswered, yet I was working in ways you could not see. Remember the times you felt too weak to stand, yet you are still here. My dear children, my faithfulness is your testimony, and it will never fail. I am your strength when you are tired. I am your song when you feel empty. I am your shield when the battle rages. I am your comfort when sorrow lingers. And I am your peace when the world shakes. My dear children, you are not without hope, because you are not without me. My dear children, do not let the voice of exhaustion drown out the truth of who you are. You are not defined by tiredness, nor by the weight you carry. You are defined by my love. You are defined by my calling. You are defined by the cross where my Son gave his life for you. Nothing can take away your worth, for your worth is sealed in my eternal love. When you feel overwhelmed, pause and breathe in my presence. Even a single breath can remind you that I am near. With every breath you take, you are drawing in the gift of life that I have given. My dear children, I am closer to you than your very breath. You are never far from me, not in the valley, not in the storm, not in the weariness of your heart. You may think that your strength is gone forever, that you will never rise again, but I tell you, renewal is coming. Just as the winter gives way to spring, so your soul will blossom again. Just as the dry ground receives rain, so I will refresh you. Just as the night gives way to dawn, so joy will rise within you once more. My dear children, do not give up. Your story is not over, for I am still writing it. I am not ashamed of your weariness. I do not scold you when you are tired. I do not turn away when you stumble. Instead, I bend low to lift you. I cover you with my presence. I pour my spirit upon you like oil of gladness, bringing healing where you are broken, strength where you are weak, and joy where sorrow has lingered. My dear children, I delight when you come to me, not only in triumph, but also in weakness. For I am the God who holds you in every season, in laughter and in tears, in strength and in weariness, in clarity and in confusion. I remain the same. My love does not falter, my promises do not waver, and my presence does not leave. Do not let the world convince you that you must strive endlessly to be enough. In me, you are already enough. You do not need to earn my love. You already have it. You do not need to prove your worth. I have already declared it. You do not need to walk in your own power. My Spirit empowers you. My dear children, you are safe. You are loved, and you are mine. My dear children, I know the moments when you feel like your strength has completely run out. You wonder how you will take the next step, how you will face another day, how you will rise again when all you want to do is rest. And I say to you, lean into me. You do not need to find the strength within yourself, for I am your strength. I am the well that never runs dry, the spring that never ceases to flow, the source that will never fail you. The world may celebrate those who never show weakness, but I celebrate those who come to me in honesty. Bring me your emptiness, and I will fill it. Bring me your sorrow, and I will comfort it. Bring me your weakness, and I will transform it. My dear children, I am not ashamed of your weakness. I am glorified in it, for it reveals my power and my love. When you feel as though no one understands, remember that I know every detail of your heart. I know the burdens you carry that you have never spoken aloud. I know the fears that wake you in the night and the doubts that creep into your mind in the quiet hours. Yet, I do not turn away from you. Instead, I draw near with compassion, holding you close and whispering, "You are mine." My dear children, remember this. You are never walking through weariness alone. Even when you do not sense my presence, I am with you. Even when you do not feel strong, I am carrying you. Even when you think you are failing, I am working through you. My faithfulness is not dependent on your strength, but on my love, which never changes. Do not fear the days ahead. Do not worry about whether you will have the endurance to finish the race. I am the one who began a good work in you, and I am faithful to bring it to completion. What I start, I finish. What I plant, I grow. What I promise, I fulfill. My dear children, you can rest in the assurance that I will never leave you halfway. Let my word sink deep into your weary heart. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. This invitation is always open, always waiting, always yours to receive. My dear children, there is no shame in resting in my arms. In fact, it is there, in rest, that you are renewed. And when you rise again, you will rise not in your own strength, but in mine. And the world will see not only your endurance, but my glory shining through you. My dear children, I see how easily you grow weary when the road feels endless. You take step after step, but it seems like no progress is being made. You pray, but answers feel slow. You serve, but fruit feels hidden. Yet do not lose heart. Even when you cannot see it, I am working. Even when you cannot feel it, I am moving. The seed planted in faith often lies hidden before it breaks the surface. Trust that in due season you will see the harvest. When your heart feels heavy, do not turn inward to despair. Turn upward to me. Lift your eyes and remember that I am your help. Your strength does not come from the mountains or from men. Your strength comes from the Lord, the maker of heaven and earth. My dear children, I am your keeper, and I do not slumber nor sleep. I watch over you day and night. Do not let the voices of fear or failure speak louder than my promises. Fear says, "You cannot go on." My word says, "You can do all things through Christ who strengthens you." Failure says, "You are not enough." My spirit whispers, "My grace is sufficient for you." My dear children, let my truth drown out every lie. I know the times when you feel small compared to the battles before you, but remember, I am greater than every battle. David was small before Goliath, but my strength was his victory. Gideon felt weak, yet I made him strong to lead my people. Paul was weary, yet I filled him with endurance to finish his race. My dear children, the same power that sustained them will sustain you. Do not despise the quiet days when nothing seems to happen. In the quiet, I am strengthening your roots. Just as a tree grows deep below the soil before it stretches upward, so too your spirit is being strengthened in hidden places. My dear children, when the winds of trial come, you will not be uprooted, for your roots go deep in me. You are not called to live endlessly drained. I created you to walk in the rhythm of grace, to work with joy, to rest in peace, to live in balance with my spirit. Do not fear the word rest. Rest in me is not laziness, it is strength. It is where your soul breathes again, where your spirit is renewed, and where your heart learns to trust. My dear children, remember this always. Your weakness is not the end of the story. Your weariness is not the final word. My strength will rise in you, my peace will carry you, and my joy will sustain you. You will walk, you will run, you will soar, not because of your power, but because of mine. My dear children, I know the heaviness you sometimes carry in silence. The smile on your face may hide the weight on your heart, but I see beyond appearances. I see the quiet tears that fall when no one else is watching. I see the questions you do not speak aloud. And I want you to know this truth. Not one of those tears is wasted. I collect them all, and I turn sorrow into strength. When your spirit feels faint, remember that you are never abandoned. Even in the wilderness, I am the cloud by day and the fire by night. Even in the valley, I am your shepherd, guiding you through. Even in the storm, I am your refuge and your song. My dear children, there is no place you can go where my presence does not reach. Do not be afraid to slow down. The world demands hurry, but I invite you into stillness. In the stillness, you will hear my whisper. In the quiet, you will find my peace. In the pause, you will discover that it is not your striving that sustains you, but my hand. My dear children, those who wait on me will find strength renewed like the morning sun breaking over the horizon. I know there are moments when you feel you have nothing left to give, when the demands are too great, when the pressures of life crush your spirit. But hear me, you do not need to give from emptiness. Let me fill you first, and from that overflow you will bless others. Like a branch cannot bear fruit apart from the vine, so you cannot thrive apart from me. Stay connected to my spirit, and you will see a strength to endure, to love, and to live with joy. My dear children, even the trials you despise are shaping you for greater glory. Every challenge endured with faith produces perseverance. Every hardship surrendered to me produces character. Every season of weakness becomes a testimony of my power. What feels like breaking is often building. What feels like loss is often preparation. Trust that I am working all things together for your good. Lift your eye beyond today's weariness, for I am the God of tomorrow. What drains you now will not last forever, but what I place in you will endure into eternity. My dear children, this world is passing, but my kingdom is everlasting, and in that kingdom you will walk in joy unending, strength unshakable, and peace beyond measure. So do not give up. Do not lose hope. Even now, I am breathing new life into you. Even now, I am lifting the burdens from your shoulders. Even now, I am renewing your spirit. My dear children, you will rise again, not by your own strength, but by my dear children. When the weight of life presses hard, remember that I have promised to carry you. I am the everlasting arms underneath you, holding you steady when your own strength fails. You may think you're standing on your own, but many times it has been my strength that has kept you upright. Without me, you would have fallen, but with me, you are sustained. Do not think your struggles disqualify you from my love. The world may look at your weakness and call it failure, but I look at your weakness and call it opportunity. Opportunity for my grace to flow, opportunity for my love to shine, opportunity for my power to be revealed. My dear children, your weariness is not the end of your story. It is the doorway for my strength. When discouragement whispers that you are forgotten, let my word remind you, I will never leave you nor forsake you. When doubt says your prayers go unheard, remember that I bend my ear toward every cry. When fear says you cannot endure, remember that I am the one who makes you more than a conqueror. My dear children, truth will always silence the lies of the enemy when you cling to my promises. I know the temptation to give up when the road feels too long. Yet I tell you the race is not vain. You are not running without purpose. You are running toward me. Every step taken in faith matters. Every act of love is seen. Every moment of perseverance builds an eternal weight of glory beyond comparison. My dear children, the finish line is nearer than you realize, and my joy awaits you there. Even now, I am pouring renewal into your spirit. You may not feel it immediately, but deep within, I am strengthening you. Just as roots grow unseen beneath the soil, so my spirit works within you quietly, preparing you for fruit in its season. My dear children, trust the hidden work. Trust that even when you feel nothing, I am doing more than you know. When you look at your future and feel fear, remember that I hold tomorrow. You cannot see what is ahead, but I can. I stand already in your future, making a way where there seems to be none, preparing provision before you even know you need it, opening doors that no one can shut. My dear children, do not let worry steal today's peace. Rest in me, and tomorrow will take care of itself. So, take heart. Do not give in to despair. Do not surrender to weariness. For I am with you. I am your rest, your refuge, your strength, and your song. My dear children, in me, you will find the renewal you long for. My dear children, there are days when even your soul feels tired, when the thought of pressing forward seems too much. But I tell you, your soul will find rest in me alone. I am your refuge, your rock, your salvation. Turn your eyes from the weight of your weariness and fix them on me. For I will not fail you. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Do not believe the lie that you are forgotten in your struggles. I am attentive to your every breath, just as I fed Elijah in the wilderness, when he thought he could go no further, so I will feed you. Just as I strengthened Paul in his weakness, so I will strengthen you. Just as I renewed the people who waited in the upper room, filling them with my spirit, so I will fill you now. My dear children, the same power that raised Christ from the dead lives in you, and that power will never run dry. When you stumble, do not let shame weigh you down. Shame tells you that you are disqualified, but I tell you that you are redeemed. Shame tries to silence your prayers, but I tell you to draw closer. Shame tries to steal your joy, but I restore it. My dear children, you are not defined by failure, but by my forgiveness. You ask, How long must I endure this season? And I say to you, as long as it takes for my purposes to be fulfilled. But do not think for a moment that you wait alone. I wait with you, I walk with you, and I strengthen you while you wait. Even in the delays, my love is at work. Even in the waiting, my plans are unfolding. My dear children, there is renewal even in silence. There is strength even in stillness. Do not fear the times when progress seems hidden, for I am working in the unseen places. Just as a seed grows in the darkness of soil before it breaks into the light, so your spirit is being renewed in ways you cannot yet see. Trust me, in the unseen, and you will rejoice when the fruit appears. Lift your eyes to the heavens, for I am the Creator who holds all things together. If I sustain the galaxies in their paths, will I not also sustain you? If I clothe the lilies with beauty and feed the sparrows, will I not also provide for you? My dear children, do not let worry steal your peace. Your Father knows what you need before you ask. So come to me again and again. I never tire of your prayers. I never weary of your voice. I never grow impatient with your weakness. I delight to strengthen you, to renew you, to lift you up. My dear children, I am your everlasting strength. Lean on me, and you will never be shaken. My dear children, when the road feels uphill and every step feels heavy, do not be discouraged. Strength does not always appear as great leaps forward. Sometimes it is found in simply taking one more step with me. Do not despise the small steps, for they are holy. Each step of faith, even when slow and trembling, moves you closer to the place I have prepared for you. I know the weight of your responsibilities, the expectations you feel from others, and the pressure you place upon yourself. But remember, you were not created to carry it all in your own power. My shoulders are broad enough to carry every burden. My hands are strong enough to hold every care. My dear children, when the load feels unbearable, give it to me, and you will find rest for your souls. There will be days when you feel too tired to pray, too weary to sing, too drained to lift your head. In those moments, know this: I am still with you. I am praying for you. I am singing over you. I am lifting your head when you cannot. My love does not depend on your performance. It is anchored in my covenant with you. My dear children, even when you can do nothing more than whisper my name, I will meet you with strength. Do not compare your strength to others. You may look at those around you and think they are doing better, running faster, standing taller. But I do not measure you against them. I look at your heart, and I know the battles you fight. I know the courage it takes for you to rise again. My dear children, every step you take matters deeply to me, and every effort you give is precious in my sight. When your path leads through valleys of shadow, do not be afraid. Shadows may fall across your journey, but they cannot destroy you. For I am with you in the valley as much as on the mountain. My rod and my staff will comfort you. My dear children, I will lead you beside still waters and restore your soul. Even in your deepest weariness, remember that you are never alone. My spirit within you is your helper, your comforter, your guide. When you cannot find words, he intercedes for you with groans too deep for words. When you do not know where to turn, He directs your steps. When you feel too weak to stand, He empowers you. My dear children, you are never without my presence, for I dwell within you, and know this: the weariness you feel now will not last forever. Just as night always gives way to morning, your season of heaviness will give way to joy. Just as winter always melts into spring, your season of dryness will blossom into renewal. My dear children, I am the God of resurrection, and I will breathe new life into you. My dear children, when your body feels heavy with fatigue and your spirit cries out for relief, remember that I am the one who gives true rest. Rest is not found in distraction or escape, but in my presence. Come to me, sit with me, dwell with me, and you will feel your soul renewed. Just as the morning sun warms the earth after the night, so my spirit will revive you after your weariness. Do not be discouraged by how small your strength feels. I do not ask you to carry mountains. I move mountains for you. I do not ask you to part the seas. I make a way through them. I do not ask you to be unbreakable. I ask you to lean on me, for I am unbreakable. My dear children, the measure of your strength is not found in what you can hold, but in who holds you. There are seasons when you feel you are walking through shadows. You may not see the light ahead, but I assure you the light has not gone out. I am still with you in the shadows, guiding each step. Even in the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. My presence is the steady hand that keeps you from stumbling. My dear children, remember that you are never without hope. Hope is not based on what you see, but on who I am. When you look at your circumstances, you may see impossibility. When you look at me, you see the God of the impossible. Hope anchored in me will never disappoint, for my promises are yes and amen, sealed by eternity. Do not carry tomorrow's weight today. Tomorrow has not yet come, but my grace for today is here now. Just as I provided manna in the wilderness each morning for my people, so I provide daily strength for you. My dear children, trust that when tomorrow arrives, I will be waiting with new mercies, fresh strength, and unfailing love. I know the world tells you to be strong at all times, to hide your weariness, to pretend you are never in need. But I tell you the truth. My strength is revealed most beautifully when you are honest about your weakness. Do not hide from me. Do not run from me. Bring your brokenness, your exhaustion, your emptiness. I will not reject you. I will fill you until you overflow. My dear children, storms will rise, but they will not consume you. Trials will come, but they will not destroy you. Weariness may linger, but it will not defeat you. For I am your strength. I am your rest. I am your victory. Hold fast to me, and you will rise again, stronger than before, renewed by my spirit, carried by my love. My dear children, when your body feels heavy with fatigue and your spirit cries out for relief, remember that I am the one who gives true rest. Rest is not found in distraction or escape, but in my presence. Come to me, sit with me, dwell with me, and you will feel your soul renewed. Just as the morning sun warms the earth after the night, so my spirit will revive you after your weariness. Do not be discouraged by how small your strength feels. I do not ask you to carry mountains. I move mountains for you. I do not ask you to part the seas. I make a way through them. I do not ask you to be unbreakable. I ask you to lean on me, for I am unbreakable. My dear children, the measure of your strength is not found in what you can hold, but in who holds you. There are seasons when you feel you are walking through shadows. You may not see the light ahead, but I assure you, the light has not gone out. I am still with you in the shadows, guiding each step, even in the valley of the shadow of death. You will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. My presence is the steady hand that keeps you from stumbling. My dear children, remember that you are never without hope. Hope is not based on what you see, but on who I am. When you look at your circumstances, you may see impossibility. When you look at me, you see the God of the impossible. Hope anchored in me will never disappoint, for my promises are yes and amen, sealed by eternity. Do not carry tomorrow's weight today. Tomorrow has not yet come, but my grace for today is here now, just as I provided manna in the wilderness each morning for my people. So I provide daily strength for you, my dear children. Trust that when tomorrow arrives, I will be waiting with new mercies, fresh strength, and unfailing love. I know the world tells you to be strong at all times, to hide your weariness, to pretend you are never in need. But I tell you the truth, my strength is revealed most beautifully when you are honest about your weakness. Do not hide from me. Do not run from me. Bring your brokenness, your exhaustion, your emptiness. I will not reject you. I will fill you until you overflow. My dear children, storms will rise, but they will not consume you. Trials will come, but they will not destroy you. Weariness may linger, but it will not defeat you. For I am your strength, I am your rest, I am your victory. Hold fast to me, and you will rise again, stronger than before, renewed by my Spirit, carried by my love. My dear children, as this time of listening draws to a close, remember that I am not leaving you. My presence is not bound to these words, for I remain with you always. I walk with you into the hours ahead. I watch over you in the night, and I strengthen you in the morning. You are never outside of my care, never beyond my reach, never apart from my love. I bless you now with renewal. I bless you with peace that calms the storms within. I bless you with joy that lifts your heart above despair. And I bless you with strength, not the strength of the world that fades, but my everlasting strength that endures. My dear children, carry this blessing with you and let it overflow to those around you. When you grow weary, remember to return to me. When fear whispers, cling to my promises. When doubt presses in, hold fast to my truth. For I am your refuge, your rest, and your Redeemer. Go now in confidence, not in your own power, but in mine. Go in peace, for my peace is yours. Go in love, for you are my beloved. And go with assurance, for I will never leave you, and I will never forsake you. My dear children, you are mine, now and forevermore.